Hey everybody, quick video today. Yesterday we survived the aftermath of Hurricane Ian. We got some pretty good wind and rain. It was blowy for about 24 hours straight, so our house survived its first sort of hurricane test. And everything worked out okay, no big problems and no damage, so I'm really happy for that. You could hear it outside, but not really loud, so that's a testament to the insulation and the concrete structure. I had to fire up the furnace for the first time a couple days ago, and that's the first time we've been using the Mr. Cool Universal Series split unit that we installed a couple years ago. We ran air conditioning from it all summer. Absolutely perfect. Like I said, I turned on the heat portion of it yesterday. It ran for about 30 minutes. Brought the temps up to 72 degrees, and that's where we keep it, and it stays that way. So it only turns on maybe once or twice, 3 times a day maximum to maintain that temperature. And so far I've been super happy with the Mr. Cool system, and that coupled with the amount of insulation and the type of construction that we did. So far our electric bill, grid electric, is about 95 cents a day, and you can't beat that. So once we get our solar system hooked up as a backup for our critical loads, we'll be ready to go. But for today, we finally have Stan the Magical Tile Man back. Been waiting for him for about a year. He's so busy because he's so good. And he's gonna come and do our kitchen backsplash finally. So we have the stone already and everything we're gonna do. So we're gonna buzz through that real quick. And then I have to install the pot filler above the range. And that's going to be a challenge. I'll show you why in a bit. Putting diapers on everything? Putting diapers on everything? Okay, power's back on. That was an ordeal. But we got this kind of laid out to how we want it. Going to be more vertical than it is horizontal, just by the way the stove size is. But that's going to look pretty cool as a background for the stove here. And then we'll have the pot filler go across there. Look pretty cool. This is pencil molding, and we use that for the border of the herringbone pattern. And that'll separate the herringbone from the regular Subway stack.
Yes, sir. That's too slow. Look.
Okay, real quick rant here. All of our appliances are from KitchenAid. Took them 2 years to get here. In May, and I think it was like May 27th, they finally delivered all of our appliances. The big holdup was this refrigerator. So it lasted about 7 days and then it quit. It just wouldn't cool and all the food thawed out and I was mad. Posted about it on Instagram and KitchenAid actually got with us after I made 6 or 7 phone calls to Whirlpool, who owns KitchenAid, and they finally agreed to send us a replacement unit because really there's no one that can work on these in our area because they're sealed systems. It's not like you can just tap into it and check and fix the refrigerant. You basically got to tear the whole unit apart and rebuild it, and you have to do that in a shop. So long story short, they delivered a new refrigerator about 6 weeks after the first one. It lasted 7 days and quit. So this is now our 3rd unit from KitchenAid. This is the most expensive or the second most expensive refrigerator KitchenAid makes, and they've got a quality issue. But I will say they did finally come through, and this one has been working now, knock on wood, for about a month. It's cooling like it's supposed to, the ice maker's working like it's supposed to, but just be aware that if you're trying to get into some appliances right now, buyer beware. And it really doesn't matter what brand it is, they all are having the same issues. All the grout's dry, I wiped it all down, got the haze off, got some of the switch plates on, and man, I am really happy with how this turned out. That design is exactly what we were going for. Everything fits in there just right. Now, our challenge is the pot filler for above this stove. It's, I think, going to be one of the cool accents and finishing touches to this kitchen. We stubbed it out when we did the plumbing right there, and that's our problem. The pot filler is all one piece. So here it is, and it was all one piece, meaning you would have to screw this entire fixture onto that stub out to install it. But look how much space there is here. That's like 9 inches. And I only have 3 inches from the stub out to the wall, so that was a problem. So I didn't think we were going to be able to use this, and I was almost resigned to the fact of just not putting one in. And then I figured out how to tear this thing apart. So we're gonna cross our fingers and hope I can get this thing installed and it won't leak. That's the on-off valve. That's the part that goes onto the pipe in the wall. That's the escutcheon. And this is where the elbow attaches, like right there. And that's the part I tore apart so that I could screw this thing on. It is just small enough to screw it onto that pipe. Hopefully I can get this thing put back together once I get this on and it won't leak. But that's what we're gonna try, cross your fingers. But before we do that, we have to drain the entire plumbing system because that stub out above the range does not have a shutoff valve yet. I'm gonna drain the plumbing. Starting at the faucet in the upstairs bathroom, which is the tallest fixture, with the exception of the shower. So that's open. Now I'm downstairs at the basement, and this is the lowest fixture in the house. And I'm gonna open this hose, and that should draw all the water out of the entire system from top to bottom. So now we can go start working on that pot filler. First things first, we're gonna put a bowl underneath here to catch any drippage. All right. So many breakable things right here. Trying not to break anything. Now we gotta clean that up and put some pipe tape on there. Pretty sure that thing's sticking out way too far. So our stub out is 3/4 too long. So I need I think I'll get a piece of pipe that is 1 inch smaller. Okay, so as you could probably tell, this was sticking out of the wall by about 3/4 of an inch too far, maybe 1 inch. So I pulled this out. This is the stub out that was in the wall, and it is 3 inches long. I did not have a shorter one, but luckily my neighbor did. And that's, I think what we need is a 2-inch. Now I just got to get it in there. And that's going to be fun. All right, that bad boy's on there pretty good. I hope that this fits now. Holy crap, that leaves about a 1/16 of an inch to the wall. Oh, this is perfect. Now this part has to go back in. Okay. That's how we'll do it. Now there's a little set screw that goes in here with an Allen key. Nice. Okay, finial. All right, the only thing left is the aerator. I'm not going to put the aerator on yet. I'm going to turn the water on and just blast out the lines. Then we'll put the aerator on. So now we're going to go leak test. Well, so far no leaks. Let's see if it works. Do a couple more of those. This elbow joint is not leaking, which is good. That's where I had it tore apart. This thing puts out some water too. This is about a half-gallon container, so about 10 seconds, so 20 seconds per gallon. Flushed it out pretty good. Now let's put the aerator on. Yeah. Now you can set your pot down on the stove and you don't have to mess with it. Perfect height for a full-size canner. Money. This turned out gorgeous. It's exactly what we wanted. Stan the man came through again, did an amazing job on our tile. Really like the color, and we like that we use these stone tiles. Gives you a very thin grout line, and they match really well, so that's it. Another successful project in the books. That one was on the list for about a year. Finally got it done. Now the kitchen is complete, and I'm pretty happy. So special thanks to Stan once again for doing amazing tile work. I'll leave a link below if you're in the North Carolina area and you need showers or backsplashes or flooring or anything tile. Stan's the man. So that's going to do it for this episode, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.